Hello all. I'm doing an emergency video myself. I am indeed. I had no intentions on making another video, so I'm going to classify this as an emergency video as well. You know, how easy is it to do such, right? I just went to Publix to get a few items. Lordy. The web we weave, you know? Individually. Let's just walk on the lines of that, right? I remember there being a big emphasis on July 20th, being a big emphasis on Charlie Kirk's case. July 20th is a big day for me as well. It's a big day for me as well. It was the day my ex was born. So it's a big day. It's a big day for me. Because so much of our story, our blueprint, as some will say, is so pivotal. It's so pivotal for me to grow and elevate to become the person that I'm becoming as well on the opposing side. So it's such a big day. It's a great day. You know, the gift of life is always a great day. A birthday is always a great day, right? And so it's just unique to me that the emphasis on the date. It's a big day, right? And I agree. It is a big day. It's a different meaning in my storyline. And I give so much, golly, I couldn't put into the amount of words of gratitude as to what I owe my ex in reference to how much our relationship and our storyline has helped me grow and evolve to become the person that I am today. If I hadn't walked through everything that I had and have been walking through, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Codependency runs in all of us. It so much does. Why? Because it's indoctrinated. We're schooled on it very early. Very early in age, we're schooled on being codependent. Codependent on the system, codependent on the people we're supposed to respect, codependent on our government, the people we're supposed to trust, right? Codependent on our law enforcement for doing the right thing, standing on the right side of right. I mean, we're supposed to be codependent on a lot of things. And there's a lot of skewedness, right? In between all these things that I just mentioned. There's a lot of skewedness, clearly, evidently. We can't run away from the reality that we all find ourselves in. You can't run away from that. And so you have to learn to walk through these different measures and understand the part that you play in everything. Because in order for something to be present, in order for a situation to be present, in order for a circumstance to be present, in order for an obstacle to be present, you have to play into it. You have to play into it. And then when you get to the other side of recognizing that, like you recognize like, oh, I can remove myself. I can remove myself from the entire game board altogether. And it's like, you know what? You guys got it figured out. You're the most smartest people in the world. You've got all the gifts in the world. You've been all these programs. So you guys have got it figured out. I'm going to actually remove myself. I'm going to remove myself from the game, and I'm going to go on and live life the way that God designed it to be lived, with humility, grace, forgiveness, understanding that everybody fights battles in their own way. And until you have an in-depth conversation with them, you have no idea the battles that they have faced. So it would be presumptuous for us to assume as if we know the battles they faced if we haven't had a conversation with them. Particularly if you're on the side of the fence where you want to demand respect, but you haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. Instead, you're on the side where you're playing hands, you're playing cards, and you're doing this and you're doing that. I understand the concept of all of it. I do indeed. Believe me. I 100% do. I know how this game is played. I do. More so than ever. I also find it to be unique that we live in a world that gets off on tearing people apart that are designed to be together intentionally because they're jealous, envious. They think they've got it all figured out on that side. So because they've got it all figured out on that side, they then go into this world and create illusions and tactics, third parties, blackmail, coercion, take advantage of the system, right? We all could probably resonate with that, I would imagine. And so this is what I find it to be comical to me. It's like I see so often enough in my day-to-day and people living their illusions and people living their false facade like they didn't have a hand in the pot. Whether that's 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when you served and you knew XYZ and you turned a blind eye because you were getting paid XYZ, right? Like, but you're living the fruits of your labor, but you're driving crazy on the road. You're driving crazy on the road when you're retired and living the good life, but you're still driving like a maniac. Like, but why? Enjoy your fruits of your labor. We're all paying for it, so enjoy it. No need to put us all at risk. Why would you do such things? That doesn't even make any plausible sense, right? I saw a Corvette, a really nice Corvette, actually. It was a fancy dancy one. I think they were from Iowa or something like that. And he was driving chill, just enjoying the Sunday, this beautiful Sunday that we're all in. And he was driving chill. Most Corvettes that I see drive like maniacs. And he was driving chill. Chill. I was like, man, bro, kudos to you. Hats off to you for driving a nice vehicle and knowing how to drive it. There's a time and a place for everything. You got hot rods, you got Corvettes, you got the fancy dancies. Yeah, own it. Do it. But there's a time and a place for it. Particularly when you're not putting other people's lives at risk. Particularly then. But it was just funny because I saw it. I was like, man, hats off to you. Enjoying the good life. And I'm glad to see you do it. I want people to enjoy the fruits of their labor. I want people to have whatever it is they want to have. And the means that they want to have it. Whether that's multiple cars, multiple houses, multiple businesses, millions and trillions of dollars, I want them to have that. But I want you to go in and figure out how you act while you have it. How are you treating the exterior public? How are you giving back? Right? How are you partaking in the overgeneralization and putting people in these boxes as if you have the right to do so? As if you have the right to do so. And are you tagging in and stealing from people's stories and doing whatever it is you do on the sidelines? Flipping those cards, doing your religious side of things? I mean, it's spiritual, it's religion, it's governmental, it's the whole 9 yards across the board. That's why you have to be very, very mindful of the things that you're receiving. You know what's right and wrong. So often enough, I go against my discernment, and half the time my discernment's on point. I had this epiphany while I was at Publix. I was like, it literally knocked me off my seats. The interaction that took place in the song, I wasn't quite ready for it. But it was something I knew deep within my soul when it came to my ex. It's something I knew. I've known for years now. I've known. And it's unfortunate, you know, in reference to just the legalities of it all and the way that people will go because they're envious and they're jealous and they just don't want certain loves to transpire because it would give something in this world that this world deserves. Like to see an everlasting love through the trials and the tribulations and the heartaches and the betrayals and the understanding of how the world and the trauma of how you were raised to still be able to substand all of that. Do you think that they want that out in this world? No, absolutely not. They don't. They don't want you to believe that there's something outside of you, like a higher power that wants to provide you a peaceful, loving life that we all deserve. That's why they create all this propaganda in there. Look here, talking points. Hold your cards, but play these ones, right? Like, I mean, it's just all very interesting. I mean, it just is. and you can agree to disagree or see it your own way.